What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. All right, um, this is a video that I just want to talk about. What I think a lot of people um, are figuring out now, and this is something that I've been saying, and other people on social media have been saying, and some of the people in mainstream sports media have been saying for a while now. And this is the clearest sign yet, the biggest piece of evidence yet, that the Lakers are moving on from the LeBron era, and the media is moving on from LeBron James. The end is near. I'm pretty sure now. I would say I'm about 80% sure that this is going to be LeBron James's last year in the NBA. Unless he goes plays somewhere else, unless he plays for another team, I think this is his last year. By her selling the team, that goes to show you that Jenny wants no more of him, LeBron. She, you know what I'm saying? She cashed out as far as, having this guy on the team. She made her money. She bent over backwards for this guy over the past 7 years. Maybe literally two. I don't know. Despite the fact that the media covers for this guy, when you look at all the valuable assets the Lakers had when he first got there, they got rid of all those assets just to get Anthony Davis. And while they got that Mickey Mouse bubble title, in the grand scheme of things, they underperformed greatly. They missed the playoffs, I think, 2 of the years that he has been a Laker. 2 other years, I think 3 other years, they got knocked out in the first round. They had that outside the bubble, that one Western Conference finals appearance where the media was rooting for them against Denver. Denver swept their ass. And generally speaking, he's been a failure. He's put up some numbers. He's stat padded. He literally had a guy, a Hall of Famer, come over to the Lakers and Russell Westbrook, and had the media, or those who were part of the media and those, who had gripes with Russell Westbrook, collectively almost destroyed this man's career. And they ruined his financial worth as far as a player. Also, he could be the lightning rod while LeBron James goes out and stat pads. For a scoring championship or a scoring record that nobody really respects because he didn't do it the right way. And at the end of the day, if you look at how a lot of people in the media are talking about him now, you can see the loss of influence. Sure, they'll talk about him because he brings in ratings, but before, they used to fawn over him. They would refrain from criticizing him. Now, because of his ego, his hubris, and his shamelessness and his recklessness lately, he's antagonized people in the media who are the ones who often are the ones who write the history when it comes to where you rank as a player. As time goes on, as we fall off and die off, it's the media. It's them who write the history. It's the media that let us know, and those who watched him let us know that Babe Ruth was a great player, that Willie Mays was a great player, that Pete Rose was a great player, that, Mark McGwire was a great player. Now, a lot of us are still alive who watched them, but you get my point here. Why would you piss them people off? Why would you make an enemy of Stephen A. Smith? Why would you make an enemy of all people, Brian Windhorst, who did nothing but kiss your ass for 15 to 20 years? Hell, Brian Windhorst is the guy that you co-conspired to get Draymond Green suspended from Game 5 of that 2016 championship run, of the finals, that championship run. And now you call him weird? And one of the worst things this dude did was come out here and start this podcast because he just could not, his narcissism, that myopic meism of his, he just cannot stop himself. He said it's going to be about X's and O's, but no, all he wanted was some feeble, co-partner or co-worker up there who's just going to be a yes man and just going to agree to everything that he says. And everything that he's saying up there now is really just to put out these terrible narratives and talking points just for self-serving reasons. What type of loser talk is it to say that winning championships is not really the primary goal of playing in sports? What type of you're feeding into every look at this point? He's confirming every fucking thing I've ever said about this guy. He doesn't give a fuck about winning, not really. Only when it pertains to a dick measuring contest with Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant. He's mostly about stats. The motherfucker had a shirt that he wore called Check My Stats. He's a fraud. And now, as Jenny Buss has sold the team to the Dodgers owner, whose name I still cannot remember for some reason. Was it Mark Walters? Mark Walter, I think it is. Whatever the case may be. Mark Walter is a partner, although he's the principal owner. Magic Johnson is a piece of the Dodgers. So by Magic Johnson being affiliated with the Dodgers, I wouldn't be surprised if Magic Johnson comes back in either some official capacity or an unofficial capacity. But the old regime is coming back. And now they're going to be focused on winning and bringing back and restoring the dignity of the Laker franchise and getting rid of this fucking clown show that has been, unfortunately, at the heart of this failed experiment for LeBron James since he signed there. Kobe Bryant, I know he said that Laker fans should try to welcome LeBron James and make him feel like he's a Laker, but LeBron has failed miserably. He's not about team. He's all about himself. He's not a Laker. Wilt Chamberlain, for all of the shit that he gets about being selfish and all he cared about was his points, when it came to winning, he gladly and selflessly gave up his numbers and points to play like Bill Russell, and he won a championship with the Los Angeles Lakers. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was winning scoring titles with the Milwaukee Bucks. He shot the ball less and changed the way that he played the game to fit in with Magic Johnson and Showtime. Shaquille O'Neal and Kobe Bryant, even though they butted heads, he was able to fit within the schematics, both of them, within the schematics of the triangle offense, and they were able to reel off 3 consecutive NBA championships. Kobe Bryant, older and a little bit more seasoned, by the end of the decade, a better teammate and a better overall player. Maybe not as spectacular athletic as he was in his prime, but he was a better overall player, a better leader, and he was able to reel off back-to-back titles. This motherfucker here, with the exception of that Mickey Mouse title, which nobody really respects because of the circumstances, he failed. Now, Jenny Buss fulfilled her pecuniary interests by selling the team to the Dodgers owner. And she's going to basically be a stewardess for the owner the next couple of years, right? I really don't think that she's really going to be running things. I think it's more like, she's a woman. She's popular. The Buss family has owned the team for so long. There's going to be a transitional thing. You know what I'm saying? I still think the final say is going to be the owner. But if anything, I think Jenny Buss and Rob Pelinka will be partners in the front office, but the final say of anything will go to the owner. You know what I'm saying? But at this point in time, all of these narratives, Rich Paul too. Rich Paul's influence is going to be drying up too. They're not going to be able to pull that shit with this guy who's a proven winner with the Dodgers organization. He's a proven winner. They're not going to be able to pull this bullshit and manipulate him like they did Jenny Buss. So the end of an era is coming and quickly approaching, and I love it. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander or Tyrese Halliburton are about to win their first NBA championship. Wemby is about to become one of the big faces of the league. Giannis is still a star. Luka is a star. Joker is a star. You know what I'm saying? If Joel Embiid could ever shape the fuck up, he is still in the mix. This guy right here is a relic of the past. KD is a joke and a relic of the past. If anything, the only good, and remember I mentioned teams having a pecuniary interest only in these players. The only good that these motherfuckers do at this point in time in their collective decrepitness is they can sell jerseys. They can put asses in the seats. But as far as championships, LeBron James and Kevin Durant, that shit's in the rearview mirror. Fuck both of them. And that's all I got to say.